this is how I would customize alerts on my TradingView chart. So we've noticed and mentioned before that the very simple way of adding an alert is simply clicking on your chart and then clicking on this plus button and adding an alert. But advanced traders usually may not use this. What you could do is you could draw a trend line, for example. The price action for gold appears to be moving in an upwards fashion and thus has created a trend line, let's say. Now, we've created a trend line, but the issue is, how do we customize our alert? Well, what we do is we left click on the upwards moving trend line, then clicking on the add alert button. And what we want to know is, because this is an upwards moving trend line, we don't want to know wherever it's crossing. What is important to us is when this trend line is violated. Therefore, we would click on this crossing and click on the crossing down. So once the price action moves lower, then we would get a notification. Otherwise, that would be irrelevant. So it's on the trend line, it's crossing down, and then we've created one custom alert. Moreover, let's say this was moving in a relatively sideways fashion. What we could do is we could add a custom alert on our chart. So this figure of 4,790, let's just click on this plus button. Let's add an alert, but this is not a custom one. So what we do want to do is, let's say we're adding a horizontal line around here and then another one below, and we need to add an alert. So I've clicked on the line, clicked on the add alert button. What we want to know is not this. So this will act as a reference point. What we are going to do is, instead of clicking on the horizontal line, we're going to click on the value. So what we want to do is also click on the outside of the channel. So once we've done this, you can see that we're getting two options. So the upper bound would be the resistance line and the lower bound would be the support line. And having placed those makes it much easier for us to enter in our values. That way you don't have to write them down on a sheet of paper or having to memorize them off by heart. So let's say we're adding our upper bound, which is the resistance, and then the support level, which in this case would be 4,791. And then once the price action moves outside this channel, either in upwards fashion or a downwards moving fashion, we would be notified. So these are two very easy ways as to how one could customize the alert. If you want to add them, you can simply double left click on the trend line or on the chart, and you can edit the alert. So this is how I would customize my alerts on my TradingView chart.